I'm not gonna lie. This is something. Let me wipe this. This is something that I've waited a long time for, actually. And I've put my hat in the ring since 2017, 18 for this. Today, we have my first ever professional voiceover request. Let's go. And the craziest thing about this is I didn't even submit. I didn't submit and I didn't audition. They heard my voice on social media. They heard my voice on social media and liked it and figured, hey, won't you narrate this video for us? It's a whole 4,000 word script. So let's get it. Let's go. You see, I'm getting hydrated. Shout out to Stanley. With that being said, excuse me. Um, this is another template. We had to make another template for this one. This is my professional voiceover template for actors. Oh shit. I cracked myself up. But yeah, this right here is a Pro Tool session that I got started last night. And I'll go ahead and show you guys everything that I have on my master vocal aux. So on my actual recording bus, I have nothing. I have auto-tune access there. I'm even going to remove that because technically anything on that chain does kind of affect it, even if it's off. Most people are going to tell you if you really don't want anything to take it off, turn it off, right? And then on my vocal aux bus, I got a couple of things going. I have an EQ. Oh, this EQ is mad subtle, mad subtle. We're just going to go ahead and cut some of the low end out and bring some of the high end up. And then we have a de-esser. The name is in the name. You feel me? This is just going to cut off some of the extra sound and sibilance from emphasizing things. This right here is a CLA3 compressor, which is just going to make sure everything's nice, level, and crispy, coming in around the same sound, like the same loudness, the same loudness. All of it will be nice and even. And then, honestly, my laptop's in the way. I can't see what there. Oh, this right here, honestly, I wasn't really planning on using it, but after looking up some things online, it did suggest if you have one to use one. And this is just gonna enhance some of the harmonics of my vocals. This is one of my favorite plugins. I'm not gonna lie. Found out about this plugin in 2023 or 2024 when I had got my first studio when I got my first studio location in North Hollywood. I decided, all right, bro, you haven't changed your template in so long, and you haven't added a bunch of new tools to your workflow in a very long time. And so, one thing I admire about my mentor is that he's been in the game for like 30 years, 40 years. And regularly, he still makes the time to sit down and play around with different plugins, different tools, and find out what he can incorporate into his now workflow. And so I realized, bro, you've been mixing with the same template for like 2 years. I think it was 2020. 2020, between 2020 and 2021 is when I perfected my vocal mix chain for me. And then 2023 is when I started taking how I mixed my vocals and learning how to apply it to other artists. It was 2019 and 2020 when I uh learned under Isaac and found out what I didn't know. Again, like I said, this man has been doing this for 30 plus years. So like every problem that beginning engineers have, he already knows the solution to it and how to teach it to you in 10 minutes. Literally, every main problem point I've ever had as an engineer, whether it was compression, parallel compression, EQ, just gain staging, like in 30 minutes, he changed my whole career. Within 30 minutes, my first session ever, with Isaac at Undercast Studios in Washington changed my life and taught me so much that I thought I had already learned over the course of what? I think it was 3 years. I had been engineering for 3 years, and I would be very hit or miss with whether or not the final mix was on par for what you wanted for a final mix. And when I would listen to the records that sounded right, I wouldn't have any clue what I didn't do on the ones that sounded wrong. And so he just taught me how to address different problems you hear as an audio engineer in real time as quickly as possible, and also how to pinpoint those problems and where it's coming from in the least amount of time. He can look at uh, a vocal, he could look at a vocal and just see the waves in it and tell you what's going to sound like what where, good or bad. He'll look at the beat, listen to it for 30 seconds, and pinpoint what part of the mix is competing too hard for other parts of the mix and exactly what tool to grab to change it. So I say all of that to say, after I sat there and I had this level of appreciation in my head for everything Isaac taught me, I realized, bro, you've been using the same mix chain, vocal mix, the same vocal mix chain for 2 years now, and you got more tools. And so I did a deep dive and found out about plugins I was missing out on, and this was one of them. Vintage Aural Exciter from Aphex, one of my favorite plugins. I use it on every track now. I do not use it on every vocal anymore, but I do use it on the master bus of every single song that I produce. And then last but not least, we got an Ultra Maximizer. And this again is just going to be a second compressor alongside the CLA 3A in order to make sure all the vocals are delivered crisp, clean, clear, and evenly. And see, this is about to be a voiceover. I'm talking too much. My mouth getting a little, you feel me? Good thing I got my water. But yeah, that's all I wanted to come here and share. I'm very happy to have been contacted for this opportunity, and I'm excited to finally get to practice my vocal acting and my audio engineering at the same damn time and get paid for it. That's the most beautiful thing, getting paid for your services. You feel me? And being able to do this from the comfort of my own home and with things that I enjoy doing. Like I'm having fun at work and I'm still at home with my chest out in my robe. I don't mean to brag. It's been a long time coming, bro. Like I said, in 2016 is when I completed my training for voiceover acting. This is my first voiceover acting purely gig. I've had to do voiceover recordings, but it was for scenes that the audio needed to be adjusted on. So I was acting on camera and it was not up to par. So they called me back in to repeat my lines on a mic and someone else handled it. So now I'm handling it myself, doing the audio engineering as well as the acting. Let's get it. Let's go. God is good, baby. Every single day I wake up and I said, thank you to the Most High for putting me in the positions that He's landed me in, especially for this one. Because, like I said, I ain't even have to audition. I woke up to an email in my inbox on Monday. Yesterday, I got the contract and the payment details. Today, we about to knock this out and go to the studio and record some more content, baby. God is good. And so is this water. If you didn't know, drink some warm water. Just in the morning when you wake up, drink some warm water. Hydrate and get everything flowing. And stop letting people play in your face. All right. So unfortunately, hello?
Hey, this is Charlie.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Abby.
What's good?
Hi, I'm sorry it took me forever to respond. I had a couple deadlines today.
No, you're all good. You're